I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, it's almost like they, that whole concept of stop digging yourself into a hole, let's find a lie, repeat the lie, and then try to get out of our lie by making up another one. All right, so after sending an email and then sending another one, this was last, was that 2 days ago? Yeah. 2 days ago. Here is Katie's latest. Here's her latest. 9:02, she sends me a message. Hey, you forgot to mention in your video that BPD asked you about your warrant for your arrest and did you a favor by not arresting you. I'd love to see the said restraining order you claim to have. Ha ha ha. Because pulling public record is apparently way too difficult. That's what I don't get, is that, why is that so hard? That was for an expired registration ticket paid online about 4 hours after y'all left. Glad to hear you got to see a copy of the video as well. That kind of explains how deep the problem goes. And of course, there's the link. And again, anybody that prefers public record over gossip and just bullshit, can see it's right there. That's where she lost the second attorney. The first one didn't even make it that far. So let's see. Should you decide to pull public records, it's right there. Send her a copy of the top of it and a screenshot that I had to print. Cool, can't wait to be part of the escort in court. You'd rather see her go to jail than stop. You'd rather see Faith go to jail than to stop enabling a lie. That's kind of sick, don't you think? Temporary, as in it goes away after 6 months. Case is closed. Well, again, pull public record, it's not. The real lie is that you think you're being productive with this nonsense. Move on, Brad. Get over it. It's been a year. Actually, it's been March since the last, let me say this carefully, publicly documented incident. And of course, that restraining order is effective immediately and shall continue until further notice, blah, blah, blah. Let me guess, since 2 lawyers already dropped her for ethical reasons, would that mean that you are now giving her legal advice? Well, the reason I said that is because it's temporary, as if it goes away after 6 months. Case is closed. What is that, a clap? I guess that's a sarcastic clap, I guess. Burleson, small town, Aubrey, Alexis, and Caitlin shouldn't still be living in fear that's created by folks like you. At church, at school, when she enables it again. And hold on, let's see if I can find that one. I guess let me find, well, I don't want to have to gray out all the other emails. Still be, see, that's the thing. Whenever we were together, you can look up grounding techniques and how to dissolve a PTSD episode. And when Faith got everybody at I think Caitlin was, in 2nd grade? 3rd grade. She got everybody all worked up because had another hoopla and got all the teachers and stuff thinking that, Jason was in town. He's got relatives in Waco. So they're apparently going to abduct the girls again. No. Sorry. Still not real. There's more soccer moms and dads that are tired of people who lie about domestic stuff, lie to the church, and lie to the police. And the aftermath of your and others' actions are still rippling and growing. Still. Because Every year she gets a new audience, and that means it's more people to lie to. It's an addiction. Where did I say I'm giving her legal advice? Assuming is a dangerous thing. Assuming is a dangerous thing. Again, can't wait for court. Okay, got it. I get that you want to be right, Katie. That's fine. Find a lie, get egg on your face. Find a bigger rumor, get more egg on your face. It's a cycle you can't, won't, or refuse to stop. Not the first or last you've done this to. Those people aren't going to be silent forever. Especially when, you know, those, I guess, other people, you know, they're kind of the ones that are helping unravel the pathway of deception. I am, though, still waiting for you, Adrian, Katie, Faith, somebody to not pull public record and realize Captain McGuire found out Stacey lied back in 2011. That is the original gossip that started all this downward spiral, right? Yep. Because guess who the same people were? Yeah, your actions. Did you instigate that Shane should use Pathways money to request a licensed officer? Yep. Would Shane have done that if he'd known ahead of time that Adrian already tried to lie to the Officer Martin in... Well, I may not have been Officer Martin. It may have been somebody else. I'll have to look over and see. Back in September. And that's kind of where, I guess, she stopped, I guess. Look, Katie, I appreciate your heart and perhaps mismanaged initiative, but you got lied to. You repeated the lie. You repeated the lie to the police. You repeated the lie to multiple police. And Aubrey, Alexis, and Caitlin's lives are now forever changed because of yours and others' actions. You got lied to. Deal with it. Have boundaries. Move on. Yes, sometimes mom do things, like back in 1980, so that they lose custody of their kiddo. Hi. It happens. Faith brought Suzanne into church and claimed that she was my mother. She's not, and hasn't been since I was 2 years old. Sorry, but that's the truth. Feel free to ask every other soul in the church. But Faith didn't walk into the whole church and say, hey, this is Brad's mom. She only walked up to a few select people and said, this is Brad's mother. Sorry, but that's the truth, Katie. Sometimes people are born in and spend 35 years in a misogynistic right-wing nut job cult. And you can deal with childhood trauma and parental drug usage and get healing. Some people experience such a chronic level of trauma and they choose not to get healing after the well-intended guy offers them a fresh start in a new town. Sorry, but that's the truth. Sometimes people with Down syndrome, kiddos, get caught in a lie. And to mitigate their wrong, they decide to realize making a false claim of family violence might help them look better. Where's Jeremy at now? In a foster home. Sorry, but that's the truth. Sorry, Faith lied to you, and you and Adrian thought it'd be funny to repeat the lie. But polygamy still doesn't exist, and I'm not married. I guess I could have added that part in case it was vague or needed to be spelled out further. Not only did Stacey leave Pathway, she also left town completely, and now she's married to someone else. You got lied to, and you repeated the lie. Sorry, but that's the truth. You know, back over there on the thing where they say, "Oh, he's married. Oh yeah, he's married to some. Oh yeah, he." And it's funny they sit there and stutter because they can't figure out which lie to get straight. I get that it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's okay to have healthy boundaries with someone who lies and takes advantage of social generosity. You have a choice to not get caught up in it. Bad shit happens, Katie. Some get bitter, some get better. There's a very good reference there for, you know, this lady's story right here. She got healing, she got better, but again, some people don't. What, I guess that means it hasn't been seen yet or something? Delivered. All right. I had to pull these one time before, and I thought I was, would they do the old block and unblock thing again? Shit gets so old. I thought I was, whatever. You know the old saying about giving a drink, right? Would you want someone giving a meth head mom a needle, lighter, and a spoon, knowing full well that those choices would affect that mom's daughter? Of course, YOU would not ever do that, right? Would you want someone claiming that they had neurofibromatosis, if they did not. That's Mom. That's, I forgot his name, really famous. By the way, far left, that'd be Mom, legally, morally, financially, physically, socially, to both me and Heather. She was the mom she didn't have to be. The mom she didn't have to be. Twice, not just once. Next time you're over at the Texas Neurofibromatosis office over in Dallas, look around and you might still see things on the wall that Mom made. Did Faith lie again to Kevin in March? Yes, that's because she had enablers who were feeding her fear-based flashbacks. Remember that whole PTSD thing that you got so defensive about? No one ever claimed or mentioned that you had it. Faith does. She pulls stories from other people and makes those stories her own. And if you go back and you listen to this. If you go back there, you'll hear her say that she keeps a notebook. And she does. She keeps a notebook of stories that she gets, sorry Rhonda, from Choose Courage and from other places on the wherever. I don't know where she gets them all. But for some reason they get sucked into her own fears, and they become her own fears. Again, what triggers that? Who knows? What the hell? That's the thing that's the whole thing that started all this, was the fact that I talked to Josh and asked Faith if she would come with us to counseling back in September. Oh, somebody went and talked to counseling. It's of the devil. I shall be taken in front of the church and... Well, please go watch this. I'll be taken in front of the church and literally taken in front of the church and humiliated. No, Faith, you're not in a cult. No one's going to abduct your children. Unfortunately, you got wrapped up with enablers. She pulls stories from other people and makes those her own. The psyche eval that we're having to put together, would you like to know how many times she's had raging episodes of thinking that Aubrey, Alex, and Caitlin were going to be kidnapped or abducted? It'd suck if I had to share every freaking one of those with you to believe it, but, you know, it's Katie. But there's no less than 14 so far, going back all the way to 2012, when she originally started Facebook messaging me because I was in the Navy with her brother. She said that Jason was going to kidnap the girls, and that Jeremiah was also going to conspire with Jason to kidnap the girls. You know, that was after I said, hey, go to a women's shelter. I can't. They're going to come there and abduct the girls. I don't think the women's shelters in Florida have like a drive-through line, but, you know, it's her fear. You know, it's her addiction. It's meth to Faith. You, Adrian, and others all had a choice. Either you validate a situation without, keyword, gossip and rumors by using multiple angles. In other words, somebody could have said, hey, Brad, how's it going with you and Faith? You know, tell me more about that. And I would have said, hey, look, I got a restraining order. She won't stop. She can't stop. It's fear-based delusions from chronic trauma. You know. But they never did. Using public records, which I guess is still just a foreign concept. Like, I mean, I don't get why they would say, oh, here, let me please call the police and record myself acting a fool. I don't get why people would want to do that. Anyways, ask better questions. Hey, Faith, you think the girls are going to be kidnapped or abducted? Hey, Faith, you think that it's okay to bring somebody who's not Brad's mom into a city where Jan Griffin is a freaking pillar in the community? Why would you do that? You can ask her questions. I mean, it's not beyond anybody to do that. Or you made a choice to enable. That's what they did. She's in a hole and there's 3 little girls who are completely innocent that she's taken down with her. Have boundaries and stop enabling. Hopefully that'll happen. Not holding my breath, unfortunately.